Martin Niemöller was a prominent Lutheran pastor in Germany. He emerged as an outspoken public foe of Adolf Hitler and spent the last 7 years of Nazi rule in concentration camps. He is perhaps best remembered for his post-war words. First, they came for the socialist, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionist, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Another book that I always love referring back to, the Aesop for children, those children's fables. This one is called The Bundle of Sticks. A certain father had a family of sons who were forever quarreling among themselves. No words he could say did the least good. So he cast about in his mind for some very striking example that should make them see that discord would lead them to misfortune. One day, when the quarreling had been much more violent than usual, and each of the sons was moping in a surly manner, he asked one of them to bring him a bundle of sticks. Then, handing the bundle to each of his sons in turn, he told them to try to break it. But although each one tried his best, none was able to do so. The father then untied the bundle and gave the sticks to his sons to break one by one. This they did very easily. "My sons," said the father, "do you not see how certain it is that if you agree with each other and help each other, it will be impossible for your enemies to injure you? But if you are divided among yourselves, you will be no stronger than a single stick in that bundle." The wisdom's out there, but are we willing to listen to it? The reality is that this us against them mentality, it's not going to help us. This us against them mentality is going to weaken us. It's going to break us apart. The reality is we're all into this. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. It's called life. It's called the world. We're all in this together. And if we live with this us against them mentality, what we're going to do is we're only going to break apart and end up hurting ourselves. But if we come together and recognize the importance, the giftedness, the strength in numbers, the strength in one another, if we come to build each other up, to protect each other's dignity, to protect each other's lives, that's how we're going to succeed. That's how we're going to be strong and not be broken apart. Because the reality is as I look at what's happening in the world right now, what I'm looking at is, how are they behaving? How are they behaving? For that is what we as a people of faith are called to look at. Actions. Not just what they're saying, but how are they living out their words? I mean, we heard in the first reading from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 1, observe what is right, do what is just, for my salvation is about to come, my justice about to be revealed. You notice that it's behavior. Observe what is right, do what is just, for my salvation is about to come, my justice about to be revealed. The foreigner joined to the Lord should not say, the Lord will surely exclude me from his people. The Lord does not exclude anyone from his people because the Lord looks at our behavior. Are we doing what is right? Are we doing what is just? We can learn a lot from the behavior of the Canaanite woman in today's gospel compared to the behavior of the followers of Jesus. Do you notice the attitude the followers of Jesus had? An us against them attitude. I mean, come on, send her away, Lord. She's bothering us. I mean, send her away, Lord. I mean, because she's a woman, or worse yet, she's a foreigner, or wait a minute, she's not of the same religion as us. Send her away, Lord. And what I love is the hardest thing of communicating to those who are smug and self-righteous is getting them to listen. Because they don't want to hear what anybody else has to say. They already got all the answers. They already know what is right and just in their mind. And so how is Jesus going to deal with his own followers who are living this us against them mentality? Who are looking down because she was a woman, a foreigner, of a different religion. And what I love is how Jesus caught them in their smug and self-righteous behavior. He caught them by mimicking them. Jesus mimicked their behavior. And can you imagine them? They were probably like, yeah, Lord, go for it. Send her away. Call her a dog. But don't you think Jesus saw in that woman her gumption? Don't you think Jesus saw in that woman her faith? Don't you think Jesus saw that this was going to be an incredible teachable moment by totally catching his followers off guard? When he looks at her and listens to her. Because think about it, when Jesus said, it's not right for me to give the food of the children to the dogs. How did that Canaanite woman respond? What was her behavior? Well, let's see. Jesus said no, so she went off and she spray painted his house. Yeah, we'll spray paint graffiti all over your house, Jesus. That's how I'm going to respond. Oh, no, better yet. Jesus, I'm going to set your house on fire. That's how I'm going to respond because you don't agree with me. Oh, I'm going to go and loot your house, Jesus. Yeah, that's how I'm going to respond. That was her behavior, right? No. How reasonable she was. How brilliant she was. She communicated. She talked. Let's discuss this, Jesus. For even the dogs get the scraps that fall from the table. And notice, even though she was a woman, a foreigner, and a different religion, the Lord responded how? We hear in the Gospel in Matthew chapter 15, verse 28. Oh, woman, great is your faith. Let it be done for you as you wish. Let it be done for you as you wish. Jesus responded to her need because of her behavior, because of her faith. Oh, and that must have really shaken up those who are around Jesus. Hey, she doesn't belong to the same religion as us, Jesus. She doesn't have the same understanding of God that we do, Jesus. She doesn't go to the right church, Jesus. But wait a minute. She wouldn't have been there if she didn't have faith in Jesus Christ, would she have? Who did she go to in her time of need? How did she express her faith? Through her actions. You see, the reality is salvation is being revealed through these scripture passages as being available to all who come to the Lord in faith. Salvation is available to all who come to the Lord in faith, whether they're women or men, whether they're whatever race they are, even what denomination they may belong to. All can come to the Lord and receive his salvation by just expressing their faith. Lord, help me, because I know you can. So as we reflect on what's going on in the world, what's going on in our own lives, our behavior and our faith have a lot to do with the success of what we're trying to accomplish. Our behavior and our faith have a lot to do with the success of what we are trying to accomplish. And so in everything that we do, may we do what is right and just. And in everything we do facing the Lord, seeking his help, his guidance, his inspiration, his presence. Salvation is available to all, and yet we aren't going to help them realize it by the way we are behaving and showing our own faith. And so, let us really look at everything we say and do, recognizing that our behavior and our faith have a lot to do with the success of what we're trying to accomplish.